It's time now for your expanded local news. If you're looking for a fun activity this weekend, the Stonington Summerfest has got you covered. This year's edition runs from June 13th through the 15th, or this Friday through Sunday at Ponting Field in Stonington. The annual carnival is celebrating its 40th year by combining long-standing traditions with new offerings, meant to appeal to people of all ages. As Summerfest committee members Jody Rusher and Megan Coffey describe, this is what makes the event special to their community.
Stonington Summerfest prides themselves, I think, on having a lot of the same events every year. And most years it's on Father's Day weekend. We've had to switch that up a few years, but I have had a lot of people over the years say that they like to get together, come spend the weekend with their dad at the Stonington Summerfest. And so that's a nice tradition. And we have the parade every year, and the sand volleyball is a fun tradition. It takes up most of the day on Saturday, and it's a lot of competitiveness out there.
Friday's offerings begin at 5 p.m. with the pulled pork dinner, pageants, and bingo. Saturday is the first full day and begins with events such as the color run, parade, and the car cruise.
Well, the THS cheer team is starting with a color run. Fun run, so that'll be a mile-long fun run. So you can walk.
We have the parade lined up at 10. It's at the Stonington Community Center. Used to be the old Stonington School. We'll have parade judging for any floats at 10:30, and then parade will kick off at 11, and it ends over at the American Legion across town. We have a lot of people looking at 80s themes, and then we also have like our old Wildcat from the grade school, the Wildcats, and a lot of Stonington history, the reds and whites and blacks, but then, of course, the 80s themes. So we invite the cars, if any of them want to be in the parade, to cruise to the Summerfest, but then they'll be set up on Lake Street right by the pavilion, so anybody can walk through and see them, and then they're right there by the Summerfest, so they can grab lunch or whatever.
The rest of Saturday consists of more food and live performances, including live music with a local connection.
We get a lot of our local kids involved to present on the stage. So we have the Taylorville Youth Cheer coming to present on the stage, and then Studio 1518 will bring some of their dancers up to perform, and then we will have professional development, which is a lot of local entertainers that have a group together. So they should put on a nice show for us on the main stage. But when I skipped over there, the fried chicken dinner, which is Brick's Exquisite Eats out of Assumption, is coming to put on in the pavilion for us. They're more, I think they're more like 80s, 90s.
I know they're opposite of the country.
They are, yes. We try to make our evenings different, but the main thing about them is that they have one of our local 1985 graduates, Timlin, in them.
Sunday's happenings begin earlier than on Saturday. Traditional events this day include a wiffle ball tournament. This year it comes packed with an even greater meaning.
On Sunday we start over at the firehouse, which is just across the street from the park, Ponting Field, where we have the Summerfest, and so they have a fireman's dinner, fireman's breakfast, and it's donation from 7 to 11. And then over at the park, we start off with the community church service, which is many of the churches in town get together and have the service together, and it's really nice. And new this year is the Machine Mania. Do you know more about that one?
We have a lot of like ag equipment coming, bringing machines over, fire trucks.
Well, the wiffle ball tournament this year is in memory of Cameron White, and so he is a young man that we lost recently in our community. So anyway, the proceeds from the wiffle ball tournament are going to go to the memorial scholarship that his family has done in his honor.
There will also be a petting zoo that is set up on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. The Summerfest will wrap up that evening with the fireworks show. More information on Stonington Summerfest is available on their Facebook page. Jody Rusher and Megan Coffey appeared as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. Gun rights advocates are once again asking the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn Illinois' ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. Capital News Illinois is reporting attorneys for groups seeking to overturn the law filed briefs with the appellate court last week. They are asking the court to uphold the ruling of a district court judge in East St. Louis, who said that the state law violates the Second Amendment. The briefs were filed just a few days after the U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear appeals involving similar laws in Maryland and Rhode Island. That means the bans in those states are allowed to continue to stay in place. The Seventh Circuit had previously refused to issue injunctions to block enforcement on the law while the cases are working their way through the courts. The Taylorville Park District is ready to welcome the community to its many events planned for the summer. From camps for kids to tribute band concerts, there will be something for everyone to enjoy. The Park District has been busy with repairs and other elements of planning to ensure everything runs smoothly. This Friday is the first concert in their summer series. It features the band Taylorville, which is a Taylor Swift tribute band. Recreation Director Jessica Franks says with the expected crowd and the weather, attendees might want to arrive early.
Do come early. I mean, we will have a lot of people out there helping with parking and things like that. We're going to have the food trucks all set up. We've got 4 different food vendors out there. And so we're really excited about that. They're going to be set up right outside of the Chautauqua building. And so you'll have access to that too. But yeah, if it's raining, it's going to make stuff not as awesome, but maybe we'll catch a break and have a little bit of downtime and be able to do it. It's going to be awesome. I do not know the lineup at all. I mean, I just know it's all going to be Taylor Swift. It could be pre-pop. It's going to have some country in there too, just from the early days. But yeah, we're excited to have them. I mean, it's a really an act that's growing in popularity, and they are just starting to pop up everywhere. So they're going to be awesome. But we're just excited that they are all finally here. It's a lot of planning, a lot of prep just to get here, and then everybody gets to show up for an event that hopefully goes off without a hitch. It should be a great time.
The band will perform on a stage, which the Park District just bought instead of renting it each time. Frank says this will save them money in the long run. A Taylor Swift lookalike contest will take place for kids before the concert, with cash prizes on offer.
So the contest will start at 7:00 just before the band comes on. So we are going to start signing up participants 30 minutes before. So at 6:30, you can come and get registered. There are 3 different groups. So this is mainly focused more on the kids. So it's going to be 0 to 6, 7 to 12, and 13 to 18. And so you just come dressed in your best Taylor Swift outfit from any time period that she has. And so then there's first, second, and third prizes are $100, $50, and $25. So it's actually, you're going to leave there with a check for your winning outfit. And so then as soon as that contest is over, then the band will come on. And we're just really excited to be able to add that in. It's just another thing that Carol Alexander had donated the funds for the summer concerts, and she donated additional for us to be able to put this on too.
The top 3 winners of the lookalike concert for each age group will win a cast of prizes, including $100 for first place, $50 for second place, and $25 for third place. Our own Leroy Clamola will be set for the MC event and for the contest. The Park District Summer Camp for Kids is underway. Despite not having a pool available on their grounds, the camp organizers are finding other ways to keep the kids busy and entertained.
We have been having a ball, and I go down there every day and just get to hang out with the kids. But we've been doing so much stuff without the pool. I know a lot of people were concerned, what are the kids going to do? And we've had visitors every day coming in, or different projects that they do, field trips. Last week they went to the newspaper. Tomorrow they're going to the zoo. I mean, they're just all over the place. We're in the summer reading program at the library. We can walk to the library. We've got cooking classes, or the chief of police, the mayor, all kinds of different people come in every day and do stuff with the kids. So it's awesome.
So
we do. We've been there once already, and we'll go again next month. Once a month, we're going to do that. And then they end the summer season with a trip to Knott's Action Park. So there's just always something for them to do. It's pretty fun. It's a nice break. I need to go down there and make sure everything's okay, talk to the employees, get all the concerns, make sure everybody's safe. But it's just nice to see the kids and see that they're happy. They're enjoying it. Like I said, even without the pool, they love it. And some have even said, maybe we don't always have to go to the pool every day. And you thought, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That they would really just enjoy doing so much other stuff.
Meanwhile, visitors will notice some improvements to Janes Park, including repainting of the concession stand and restrooms, and also adding of a flagpole. Volunteers from Taylorville Memorial Hospital have helped in these efforts.
So yesterday, a great group from the hospital came out. They organize groups all across, actually, through Memorial. They go out and do different community service projects. And their project yesterday was coming to Janes Park, and they repainted the concession stand and the restrooms. So it looks great. A lot of the stuff we're trying to move to a more neutral color anyway. So whenever they reached out and needed something to do, we were glad, because it was something we wanted to do, but they knocked it out in just a couple of hours, something that would have probably taken, one or two of our guys all day. So it was awesome to get done. A lot of work has been done inside. It looks amazing in there by Red Bland. And so now the outside can match the inside. So
Very nice.
It's a great addition. And then we're also going to be putting up a flagpole out there. They have not had a flagpole out there in the past. So Fur Love has, they are purchasing a flagpole and a flag to go out there at Janes Park. So a lot of good things going. And I know you mentioned tennis. I work on that constantly. I've got some grant applications in and community fundraising, but we'll get there on that. We're working towards it.
More information on the Taylorville Park District is available at taylorvilleparkdistrict.com. Jessica Franks appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news here in the 7 o'clock hour. It's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. When you become a member of TCCU, you become an owner and have access to our great loan rates, earn great dividends on our deposit accounts, have access to our full range of financial products, and will receive personal attention from people you know. Membership is open to anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, and Shelby County. We are conveniently located in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, and Pana. You can also visit us online at www.tccu.org. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
June is National Dairy Month, and the St. Louis Dairy Council looks forward to this time of year to share the many benefits of dairy. It is recommended that the average adult consume 3 servings of dairy products daily. This could be a cup of milk or yogurt and a few slices of cheese, just to meet these requirements. Monica Nyman, senior nutrition educator and registered dietitian with the St. Louis Dairy Council, provides some background on how National Dairy Month came to be and their involvement in it.
Yeah, June Dairy Month is pretty exciting around the St. Louis Dairy Council. June Dairy Month started back in 1937, so we have been celebrating for a really long time. And it started really to promote the consumption of milk, all of the extra milk that was being produced by the cows in the warmer months when the grass was a little bit greener. And so it really just gives us a chance to kind of honor our dairy farmers and just recognize them and provide awareness about, the dairy food groups. So, for listeners, just reminding them about the nutritional benefits of dairy, and also that 3 servings is what the dietary guidelines recommend. So just as a reminder, a serving is 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of yogurt, and about 1.5 ounces of cheese. And all of those, of course, can be paired with other food groups, enjoyed with any meal or snack. So again, it's just really a focus for us to give a shout out to dairy farmers and just June as Dairy Month as a whole.
Milk contains 13 essential nutrients, no matter the choice of milk or its pasteurization process. Nyman shares what those benefits are and how they benefit your overall health.
But milk has 13 nutrients that you need to eat every single day to keep your body functioning properly. So we call those essential nutrients. That basically means you have to get them from the food that you're eating. So a few, and I already kind of mentioned the calcium, a few that people are really aware of usually is calcium for strong bones and protein. Dairy foods, including milk, has a lot of protein in it for muscle building and to kind of keep you fuller for longer. But milk also has vitamin D. You have to have that to absorb calcium. Some people don't know that. Potassium helps to regulate your blood pressure. It has lots of B vitamins for overall health. Additionally, it has zinc and phosphorus and niacin. Those help support your immune health, bone strength, energy metabolism. So each of those key nutrients actually does something different to keep your body functioning properly. So as I mentioned earlier, a serving of milk is 1 cup.
Conventional milk is the most common form of milk that is consumed. These are broken into 4 categories, being skim, 1%, 2%, and whole milk.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about 4 different kinds today. So let's start with the difference between what we call conventional and then the word ultra pasteurized. So conventional milk, that's that traditional milk that's in the back of the store, in the dairy case with the colored cap. Okay, most people are probably buying that pretty regularly. I always kind of like ask people, what color cap did you grow up with? What color cap are you buying now? So my boys, they're high schoolers, they're runners. They eat a lot of food. They need a lot of calories. We buy the red cap at our house. That's the whole milk. The blue is usually people associate that with 2%. Pink is usually skim. There's maybe a green cap or purple in there that's like 1%. So those are all available in gallons or half gallons, but you can find them in different sizes, like the single serve packages as well, or the little 16-ounce chugs. So this kind of milk is pasteurized at a lower temperature compared to the rest of the milks that we're going to talk about.
Other types of milk include ultra pasteurized and shelf-stable milk. Nyman talks the difference between not only their shelf life, but the process of pasteurization itself.
Just as a reminder, that word pasteurization, it just means the milk is heated, and that process is used to kill any potential harmful bacteria, just to make sure that nothing in there is going to harm us if we drink it. But it still preserves all those nutrients that we talked about. Okay, so that's conventional, kind of traditional milk. Next is ultra pasteurized. So that's a really big word. It basically just means that it's pasteurized at a higher temperature for a shorter amount of time. And that actually allows it to have a longer shelf life. And so there are I usually see it in cartons. It's like half-gallon cartons. But the expiration date is about 2 to 3 months away, right? So your conventional milk will have about a week or 2.
Learn more about the St. Louis Dairy Council by visiting stldairycouncil.org. Monica Nyman appeared as a guest on the WTIM morning show. Sangamon County has officially opened its new regional morgue facility following a ribbon-cutting ceremony and open house yesterday. Located in the renovated Sangamon South building, formerly home to the State Journal-Register, the $6 million project brings all coroner operations under one roof, including autopsies, evidence processing, and administrative work. Coroner Jim Allman says that the new space is a major upgrade from years of working in borrowed and scattered locations. The new morgue is now fully operational and ready to serve Sangamon County and its region. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news. It's brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Agriculture drives our community, and at CNB Bank and Trust, we're here to help your operation run smoothly. Our business checking accounts are designed with local farmers and agribusinesses in mind, offering flexible options, digital tools, and personalized support from people who know the land like you do. Visit our Taylorville branch and let's build something strong together. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks. When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that would be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
96-year-old Charles Robert Kindred of Edinburgh died on June 10th. Graveside service will be June 13th at 10 a.m. at Edinburgh Cemetery in Edinburgh. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 88-year-old Patrick or Pat Kane of Rochester died on June 7th. A celebration of life will be on June 13th at 10 a.m. at Wilson Park Funeral Home in Rochester. A private interment will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Wilson Park Funeral Home in Rochester. 72-year-old Larry or Rock Upton of Edinburgh died on June 7th. Memorial visitation is June 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Cremation rights have been accorded, and funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 68-year-old Robert Gerald Schultz of Awanaco died on June 8th. Graveside service will be June 13th at 9 a.m. at Awanaco Cemetery in Awanaco. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, or you can continue to hear them every single hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. Running a commercial business today can